put a service on Facebook or FB Connect. Just like, to me, 7 or 8 years ago, you would have been crazy if you didn't want to have your site crawled by Google. So, of course, if you want to do social, do an app. And of course, I think you'd be crazy not to put it on iPhone, iPad, and Android as well. So I would say go there, but know what your goal is for the user experience you want. And you might decide you can only do it on using Facebook Connect, and maybe you don't have enough of a direct relationship if it's within somebody else's portal and homepage. Those are questions that we all have to think about, is how you make sure you have a relationship.
There were two questions that I'm going to combine. What's the important for these next wave of social applications of micropayments versus advertising?
Yeah, I thought it was interesting that there was a question, will there be a revenue stream other than advertising? Because we have almost no ads, no display ads, and it's a small part of our revenues. I'm a big believer in what I call the user pay economy. So I believe if you think about our economy off the internet, it's not about ads, right? You wouldn't ask, is there a revenue stream in the offline world other than ads? The ads make up a much smaller percent. I think the same will be true on the internet. I think as big as ads are, I think that what I call the user pay economy, users paying directly for things, outside of e-commerce, will be much bigger than the advertising economy. And it's kind of crazy to me that I think internet advertising is only like $50 billion. That seems smaller than the auto industry.
You don't want a chief revenue officer who still believes only in advertising. In September 2008, you and I were with the visionary head of a pretty important company, and we were talking to him or her about virtual goods, and he or she said, "Are you crazy? There's a recession going on. People are struggling to put gas in their gas tank. No one's going to pay for virtual goods."
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you do this work?
Well, I realized decades ago that every day there are three things that are exciting about business. It's helping to mentor great people, to contribute to the world-class creative process, and to make money. And on good days, I get to do all three. When I met Mark, I realized that I learned more in an hour with Mark than I could anywhere else in my business life, and that's pretty addicting to be on a steep learning curve, and I get to do the other three as well. Zynga is, for me, it's kind of two things. One, it's a return to my youth. It's like Electronic Arts in the 80s, but 3 times faster with smarter people, building an industry against naysayers. And the second thing is Zynga is the best place I've ever seen for young people to work. I pay a lot of attention to career building for people in their 20s. And most companies with 35-year-olds sit on top of their 20-something and hold them back. And at Zynga, people move at their own speed, and I love that.
Mark, where is Zynga in the process of your dream of it being an internet treasure, and why do you do this work?
We're still far away. My definition of internet treasure being a service that people can't imagine life without. I think people can still imagine life without playing our games.
I don't know, I was harvesting weed at 6:15 this morning to make pumpkin bread.
But to make that something that, for us, we have to connect our vision and our mission much more closely to the product itself. And here's what it boils down to for me. I've got to Zynga has to make your daily grind, whatever that may be, have more meaning. So whatever way we can, whether it's programs like Haiti that you feel good about that, or that you connected with a friend or a relative, or it feels like you're really making progress against a goal you care about, we have to make the daily grind have more meaning. And I think it's a big challenge, but I think that it's possible for social games, you know, as a consumer.
Mark, I found when I send tweet to my daughter in college, I can find out how she's really hurt her leg at midnight on a Saturday.
I love that. You can achieve success with social games and significance.